I'm Niki Gessler, and I'm a painter living in rural Indiana. I started with art at a very young age, really since I could use a pencil. I had a really supportive family, a really large, close Serbian family in Northwest Indiana. They would tell me that my little pencil scribbles were good, and that would make me want to create even more little pencil scribbles, and eventually that turned into nice drawings and then paintings. I was also fortunate to have a really great art teacher throughout my entire school year. At that time, I drew a lot of horses. Man, I was a classic horse girl. I drew horses on everything. I probably drew thousands of horses throughout my early years. I was classically trained at Indiana University in oil, and I thought I was going to be an oil portrait artist, and that was that. But then I graduated and times were tough, and I looked around and saw all these oil painters on the market doing their thing, and I had quite a collection of tubes of watercolors that I had acquired in high school. And watercolor is not only not cost restrictive like oil, but also there weren't many artists doing watercolor portraits locally to me. And I really prefer watercolor because I often share my studio with baby birds like quail or chickens, and the fumes from oil painting would not make that possible. I start out with a pencil sketch, and then I work until my subject is looking back at me. I paint about 5 hours a day normally, and I work on my farm about 8. I'm never not at work, and I love it. I love creating something that brings people joy, and that brings me joy, and it really comes from a place of joy. I love waking up early and seeing the sun rise while I'm milking, and I love being sore from working the soil and trimming hooves and driving fence posts. I even love the smell of their grain and new soil, and the satisfaction when my dogs get the chance to prove themselves against would-be predators. I have a profound respect for these animals and how they've worked with humans for thousands of years to get us to where we are as a society today. And I would love to do a portrait for you of that person or animal in your life that we both know deserves a portrait. I love painting portraits. I've painted portrait commissions for over a decade now, and honestly, even if nobody bought them, I would still paint portraits because I love them so much.